Hey, I'm JD and welcome to my channel, and right now I'm trying to look like I'm thinking. Deep in thought, as they say. Normally I would be doing a repair or restoration video for pocket watches or describing the use of pocket watch tools and techniques. But today I'm going to be unboxing a very special watch. It's the third cousin, twice removed, of this Pagani design Explorer watch, which is a Homage watch. I want to compare them a bit, but let's unbox this watch first and have a look at its features. Alrighty then, so I've got my very special watchmaker's tool that's used to unbox watches. It's called a pair of scissors. So I need to cut this open. The watch came in a very simple box. It came from AliExpress, Chang Air Freight Center. It was quite a while in the mail. I probably ordered this months ago, and it was in the mail for a long time. I think the COVID and stuff like that is not helping, so I've got to figure out, first of all, how to open this box. So that's part of the unboxing, is figuring out how to open the box. So I'm going to try to stay in camera the whole time, but so far the package is just a normal package here. It's nothing special about this. This was stuck in British Columbia, Canada for quite a while, because I think the people at customs were going, what the hell's this? And trying to charge me for it. So, because that's what customs does, man. They do custom stuff. So there we go. So now I'm going to open this up, and I'm hoping that I get a little bit of a surprise here. Oh, there we go. So that's well packed. So inside I've got a box, I think, is in there, and it's bubble wrap. So I have a box on a box. So let's take the box out of the box and the bubble wrap and put that down for a second and toss this box. So theoretically I've already just unboxed. That's theoretically, of course. So let's just unwrap this a bit, and I just put a little pad here so I can put the resulting watch on the pad and I won't be all upset it's going to get scratched. So, oh, there's a little tool set here that's come with. So it looks like it's come with a, I don't know what this is. There's some stuff here. I'm going to look at this right now for a second and see what this is. This is a bag. That's what this is. It came with a bag. So it looks like it's got a couple tools here. This is for changing out. This is for changing out the pin or something. This is push-out pin here, and yeah, this is basically for changing out the pins in the watch. And these are spare ones here. So we got spare ones, and they're fairly thick, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's just normal stuff. I just don't know what this tool is. This tool, this actually looks like a screwdriver, but it's the best made screwdriver I've ever seen. So this must be for changing out the link pins. So, because this looks like it would be a screwdriver for folks that don't have screwdrivers, and that would be for sizing the watch. But this has got, it's knurled really well, and it's hefty as heck. So this thing weighs a lot. So already I'm impressed with the tools that they've just provided. And it says in here, oh, you know what? It's got the name of the watch in here, but I don't want to tell you. So I don't think I'll tell you what that is. But the writing, if you can see that really fast. Can you see that? Nope. So the writing is on there of what type of watch this is. So that's kind of cool. So they actually have their brand name on there as well. So you got to think that this watch would be worth $1 million. There we go. Saint Martin, or Saint Martin if you're French. So Saint Martin. So this is a little plastic box here, and it's got a little snaps, I guess, right here. Look, there's one snap there and another snap there. I'm already impressed with the packaging, because the other watch that I showed you in the picture already didn't have that kind of packaging. It had your normal box, right? Even an Invicta wouldn't have this kind of packaging. So let's see if I can open this up. I've opened, oh, there's another snap here. That's 3 snaps. Oh, and another one. This is a quad snap. I've been really impressed. I've never seen a quad snapper on a box. So let's just open this up and see what we got. Oh, look at that. So it's come with a NATO strap. So it's a size 20. So the The lug width is 20, I'm assuming, because that's size 20 NATO strap. This is actually very nice, and it's in plastic, so not sure what quality of the material is, but it actually looks pretty good. So that's pretty good. And I've got a tag here that says San Martin here. I like to say San Martin, S-A-N Martin, and that's a tag from the company. And what do I've got here? I've got we sincerely invite you to comment on our orders and services, to be a follower of our San Martin official store, so you can use this ID here, and items as described, etc., etc. And it's got a nice little, I'll put that aside, nice little booklet here, the San Martin booklet, and warranty conditions. And for you folks that speak Chinese, it's also in Chinese, so my Chinese is weak to 0. So, and there's the warranty booklet, English, warranty conditions, contact us, and then the front part is all Chinese, and then it flips to English after that. There we go. International warranty, and the terms of the warranty. So they definitely warrant their work. Let me see, that you can contact them 24 hours a day, every month, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, full warranty for all manufacturing defects, yada yada yada, etc., etc. It's your normal warranty stuff. So, but since I'm a watchmaker, the warranty doesn't bug me that much. So that's a warranty card, nice to have. I know there's some reflection there, so I shouldn't be looking at the warranty card because you can't see it. So there's a user warranties on one side, and if you flip it this way, there's a user manual on the other side, which says all of the conditions of the watch and stuff like that. I can get into that later because I know there's a bad reflection there on this, so I won't talk about that. But let's just take this watch out now. Oh, another card. There's another card here. It says San Martin. This is the San Martin Watch Company, and again, there's the date. So it says 2021 4/16. Right, so maybe this is why this is date of purchase, it said. So this is my warranty proving that I purchased it on that date. So it wasn't like a month ago, was it? I must have been BSing. It felt like a month. So there's the watch. I'm just unwrapping it here, and I think it's a thing of beauty. Looks like it is a thing of beauty. So I'm going to move this case out of the way, and let's get a close-up on this watch as I unwrap it. So this is one heck of a watch. I had to go low light camera here, so I didn't get so much reflection on the watch. So I need to take away some of this material here. I'm hoping this will just come off without too much effort. First of all, there's some kind of a rubberized divider in here, which is actually a nice touch because it prevents the watch from getting scratched. And I do have this little pad down here. It's amazing how you see the smallest little flecks on the pad just do it times 20 on you. So there it is there, and I got to take off some of this plastic covering here and have a look at this gorgeous watch. Let's see how I want to do that. So if I use my pair of C1A1 scissors, I don't want to scratch anything though, so I just cut this like this to start off with, and this might peel back. We got a little bit of action happening here, and take that off the crown cover, and then this seems to just keep going, right? There's also a little bit of protection on the crown here, it looks like. So just the slightest protection on the crown. I think that's protection and not part of the watch. So, because it's, I'll leave it there for now just in case I'm wrong. And then you just unwrap some of this stuff. This is more unwrapping and wrapping. I know when people do unboxing videos, they usually do this in fast motion. So, but I was more protection in here. So I just pulled that out from underneath the strap. The clasp is very nice on this watch, and I'll just see if I can remove the plastic here. It's always hard to unwrap. There's a small arrow here that says, "Hey, buddy, if you're going to remove the plastic, do it from here." So if I put my finger under here and pull up, so I do pull up and unwrap it. Oh my God! Just follow the instructions, you moron, and it works. So let me try that again here. Finger underneath. Nope, that didn't work. Try the fingernail underneath here. See if this works. Oh, come on, do it. Do it. Fingernail underneath. Pull around. I mean, this thing has got a lot of instructions on it already, which I'm impressed with. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything more on here. Did I say moron? I didn't mean to say moron. So let me see if I can take this tag off without cutting it. I may have to cut the tag. Let's just cut the tag and get it over with, because I want to get into the watch here for a second. So there we go. This is the watch. This is a San Martin automatic. It says automatic, 200 meters. It's got a sapphire crystal on it. It's got a sapphire cyclops on it. Let me just see if I can set the time here. Let me see, what am I doing? I'm actually changing the date right now. So you just wind it back and the date changes on it. So that works. And then to set the time, I think I pull it further to set the time. But oh, there's the winding. I can feel it. Actually, that feels super, super smooth. So that winding feels really, really nice. So that's a very nice feeling. So this has got an NH35 movement in it, I believe. So, and I'm looking at the quality of the case itself. So just in a quick review here, if I were to, I'm tempted to put this back in so I don't scratch the strap on it, which would upset me. So I'm just looking at it really quickly here to see what I've gotten. So I'll leave the time where it is right now, unless I can pull it out a little more and do that. I'll change this so you can see the markings. So here in this watch, it has, leave that up there, it's hacking. So the second hand actually just stopped on it. I push that in and it starts again. So it's hacking, it's winding, because I just wound it up, which is nice. It's got a screw-in crown. I think is pretty good. Let me try that again and see if that works well. So I just push that in. There's a bit of a spring to it. And there's actually a gasket on there too. Actually, that was super easy. So to put the screw-in crown in, that was really easy. Sometimes it's very difficult to do, but in this case it was super easy. So I've got a screw-in crown here. These are solid stainless steel links here, and as I told you earlier, that came with this little tiny screwdriver, because these the screws on the link are all threaded screws. They're not pins, so there's no link pins there. So that's really, really nice. It's a Homage watch, so the style of the watch is a lot similar to another company that you all know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to mention. It's got the San Martin logo right in the middle, and so it doesn't have all the writing on it. I'm not sure whether I like the writing or the logo, but that looks good. I like that. I have no issue with that at all. And I think the dial is really crisp, but we'll do a close-up in a second. So the case back itself is similar to another company we all know about. So it's not your standard diver case back you'd see in like a Seiko or whatever. So it's got solid end links here, so which I very, very much like, solid end links. And it's got and the end links kind of, if I look at it from the side here, the actual end links go out a bit from the watch. You can see they're dressed out, so they're not absolutely. So the center link, these are perfectly aligned, but the center link goes out a bit from here, which probably gives you more wearability on the watch. It's more comfortable. There's other reviews on these watches that are very, very detailed and much more detailed. So this, on first impression, is a very nice watch. The corners are not super sharp. They're a little bit sharp here on the edge. And let me check out the feel of the dial here as I rotate it. And as I said, this is a sapphire crystal on this watch and a ceramic bezel. So the bezel is ceramic, and it should be a 160 click, or sorry, a 120 click bezel. So I'm feeling that, and man, that's super quality. Super quality on this. Feels like $1 million clicking going on here. So no problem here at all with the quality of the click of this. And it's 120 click, like I said. And as I click it into position, there's absolutely no spring back on this, which is really nice. None at all. And actually, if I take the bezel and I just move it up and down, it's fitting 100% in place. So there's actually no movement on this bezel at all. So this is super good. And the Cyclops is actually the right size, so you can actually see see what's going on in the Cyclops here. And let me see, I'll put it at exactly 12 o'clock, and let's see if it's aligned, okay? Oh, I went one past, I think. Yeah, I went one click past, and you can see it's in the center. So, and that is aligned exactly with that first click that you're seeing just to the left of High Plains Drifter 12, right? So, and it says automatic 200 meters, so it's actually 100 meters more than the other watch I have that I'm going to show you in a second. It's got the Mercedes hour hand on it, and I think there's really good lume on this, and I'm actually going to do a quick lume test on this later and show that, because I actually never show the lume. So I like the bezel. It's a black bezel with white writing on it, and these are, I think, painted on. I'm not sure, but I believe they're painted on. So the bezel is very, very nice. This is all, the sides here of this watch are all shined up really nice. And then this part, you see, yeah, the strap basically has the same texture right up through to the end here, and they've kept that texture on the case itself, right? So it's a, what's it called, a lightly something or other's texture. The real watch reviewers would know what I'm talking about. So it's, you basically take sandpaper or something, and you'd be making that texture with sandpaper. So I'm full of it. You never do that. Never take sandpaper to your watch. So anyway, that's gorgeous. So it's not a shiny kind of middle link that you might see in another watch. So that's beautiful texture on that. So far I'm cool with that. If I was a professional watch reviewer, I'd probably be doing a better job now. It looks like there's a ton of extra links here too for sizing. Looks like there's 4 extras here and 4 extras here, or maybe there's 3 and 3, but it looks like there's plenty. And these links are hefty. These are all stainless steel. This thing weighs a bit. I think this thing weighs at 150, so it's not a light watch. Now let me just press this in and see if this works. So this is the clasp, and it says Saint Martin on it, on the clasp. And if I pop this up, use my thumbnail here, pop that up, that actually felt very solid popping up. Yeah, that's a good feel to it. And it looks like there's little ball bearings here right there to help to pop that into place. So it's not a mechanical twisting sort of thing. There's actually little ball bearings there. And I guess I just open this up like that, and there we go. So I look at this, and I think this is also covered in plastic. So I am positive it is. So if I look at, part of the unboxing is getting rid of this plastic, and there's a bit there, just get rid of that, and a bit here, and this is just to protect the watch, I guess, the stainless steel. So, and this has also got a bit of plastic on it too, and I'm not sure how to get that off, but I'm going to try. Let's just poke at it with my fingernail here until it comes off. And yeah, that also has some plastic on it. So this watch is like super well protected in shipping, having all of the clasp all protected with a coating, a plastic coating too. So it looks as though the inside here, I'm not sure if it has an extension on it. I won't try it if it doesn't. No, it doesn't have a diver's extension on it. It's just a normal end class. The other watch I have did have a diver's extension, but this has got no diver's extension, but it has a multitude of adjustments. And it looks like it also has kind of a semi-link here. Is that a half link or a full link? No, it's actually a full link. So, but it's got plenty of adjustments here, and it's got a little bit of a butterfly clasp happening there. And this is all machined, stainless steel machined, so it's really nice. So it's so let me just snap that together again, and there we go. And that's what it looks like now. I'm gonna bring out the other watch beside it, and let's have a look at what the watches look like together. So here are the two watches beside each other. This watch here, the Pagani design, has brushed links on the side and a non-brushed or shiny links in the center. And the watch case is brushed on the lugs, and it's smooth on the sides, not brushed on the sides. And as I think I may have shown you, there's a window, a viewing window on the back for the movement itself, right? So this watch here is brushed links on the side here, and all these links are brushed, but they seem to be I think they're brushed this exact same way. So so they're consistent with the brushing of the links. So it's very nice that way. So this watch here has got a 160 click bezel. So I'm just going to reach in and do some clicking on this bezel here. Pardon my fingers. Again, I play guitar, so I've got long fingernails. So if you look at that, you've got a little bit of kickback here on the bezel, and you got a little bit of looseness on this bezel. So I'll bring it right up to high noon's drifter here. So there we go. Now that's matched up nicely, but this bezel does kick back a bit, and once it's kicked back, as you can see, it's slightly off, and that's a 120, and you can see the bezel is slightly off. It's good there, but it seemed to be slightly off center. Maybe it's because I was holding it at an angle or something. But anyway, it's only a 60 click bezel. If I said 120, I lied. So it's a 60 click bezel, and it does feel good though, which is kind of neat. So that's it there. When I push that back though, it went off from its center alignment. So if I do this and then push it back again, it's not centered. So you're not going to be able to time an egg really well on this one. So not recommended for diving if it doesn't hold the exact time. But when you're diving, you're plus or minus 15 minutes. You're not seconds. If you're running out of air in seconds, you're not a very good diver. So the bezel, I think, the quality is not as good. Although it does have raised numberings, which looks kind of cool. You could feel the numbering. The numberings is kind of sharp, and it's got kind of a charcoal kind of bezel here. So it does look unique, right? And so that's really the only difference here. So this one here is a traditional bezel that you would find in the similar, very much more $8,000 or $20,000 watch, which is the 120 click bezel. And my God, this thing feels like $1 million. I'm telling you, and that is right on the money. You look at the bezel where it stops and the marks, and this is right on the money. There's no problem at all. It's stopping on the half mark, right, perfectly. So the bezel itself is like an amazing quality. Let me just bring this one around again, and just put that at 12 o'clock if I can somehow. One more click. There we go, at 12 o'clock. So the bezel's much better on the San Martin than it is on the Pagani design, for obvious reasons. I should put a little wind on this one here, and just pardon me while I do this live. I'm going to just wind this up for a second to get to the movement going. And there we go. And maybe set the time a little bit different. Let me see, do I got it out far enough? There we go. So I'll just put the time down here a bit. Get the writing on there, and this one tucks in nicely as well, so there's no problem there with this. So there we go. So now it's working, it's running. They both have the Mercedes hands on them. They're both loomed, so the hands are both loomed here. The Cyclops on the Pagani design looks just a little bit bigger in area than the Cyclops on the San Martin. So that's not an issue. I actually like the San Martin Cyclops. It looks a little bit more delicate, although the Pagani design did an excellent job with that Cyclops. They both have markings on the crown. So if you look at the crown, you've got the Pagani design symbol on the crown, which is nice. Now, I haven't been able to take this little blue thing off, but I know that there's markings on here too. I just can't seem to remove the plastic. Let me see. There's more plastic on here. I sort of exposed it a little here. I don't want to scratch the watch though, so I want to just fairly carefully remove this, maybe with a microscope or something, because this plastic is on good. So, but they've got it coated anyway, so they've protected the crown, and they have the San Martin symbol on the crown there. I just can't seem to remove the plastic, so they should have probably did a better job of maybe putting this plastic on so it wouldn't be so tight. So I'll leave it there anyway. So that's good enough. But it has the San Martin symbol on there as well, which is a nice nice little touch here for that. They both collect fingerprints very easily. So a lot of CSI guys would love these watches because they would figure out who did it, right? So there's the bezel again, the inside bezel on both of these are ceramic bezels, and this bezel is really nice. It's kind of the original bezel of the Homage that we're talking about, right? And I'll bet you any money that this the dot on the 12th position of the bezel is probably loomed. But I'm going to see if I can do a loom shot on it after and see what that looks like. From a side view perspective, if I look at these at an angle and look how thick these movements are, I think that the Saint Martin looks like it's thinner from the side view in the case, but than the other watch, than the Pagani design watch. But the case back on the Saint Martin goes out a little more, right? So it gives you the impression that it's a thinner watch, but the back of the case actually is going out a bit more. So I believe they're around the exact same size. And of course this has got a viewing window in the back. It's a little bit gummed up because I've been wearing the watch, but it's got a viewing window on the back, and they both have NH35 movements, which are Seiko built movements, and they're like workhorses. The links are thicker on the Saint Martin than they are on the Pagani design. I like the thicker link. I actually like the hefty strap with the thicker link. Some people like the thinner, more dainty link, and they both have very nicely milled end links on these that fit nicely. So I have no issue with either of the end links. They seem to be fitting nice and snug in there. And I also noticed that if you look at the Pagani design here and the Saint Martin, the Pagani design end link, or the links here, they go right to the end of the lug here, and this one here, they go short of the end of the lug, which probably lets this fit on smaller wrists, because it just lets you fold in quicker. It just lets you take that 30-degree angle around the wrist at quicker. So I shouldn't say quicker, but basically the dimensions would be shorter from here to here, because they've done that to allow this clasp or this link to fold in sooner than this one would. This one would go all the way to the end of that lug and then fold in. They both have the center lug going up a bit, which is what you'd normally expect, right? This one is going up more drastically than the other one. If I just turn that sideways a bit, you can see that on the watch. So the end lugs are kind of, there's a bit of a difference in here. So they may wear or feel a bit different when you wear them. And like I said before, they both have NH35 movements in them. So there's no comparison there. They're just, plus or minus, 10 to 15 seconds a day. But you can get these things, I hear, if you regulate it to plus 5 seconds a day, you can pretty much get them down to that number, right? So I think I can regulate one of these watches without an issue. So if you're just read up on how to regulate a watch, you can go in there and play with it until it's marking perfect time. And I bet you the beat errors are good on this too. So I may put this on a machine and test it and see. So that's the comparison of the two. I don't want to say this is a versus, because there's some other guys. One guy's got a really thick accent who does a comparison, and he's the reason that I bought this other watch. So he did a really good review of the watch, and I said, man, I got to pick one of these up because it's gorgeous. This just looks like $1 million. If you look at the black, how black the black is, it's like $1 million. Now the question is, can I actually fire up the loom on this, turn off the lights in my room here, and will you be able to see the difference in the loom, right? Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, you can see the Saint Martin loom is just popping right out. So it seems to be a greener loom than the Pagani design loom, which seems to have faded quite quickly. It's not super fair because I can still see the loom on the Pagani design. If this room was completely dark, I'd be able to see the loom even better. But under the conditions of the camera right now that I have, the Saint Martin loom is night and day. This thing is still bright as heck, still lasting, right? So And that center dot is also loomed up nicely. As you can see, I put my finger over it, and that center dot's loomed nicely. So there's just a quick loom look. So the Saint Martin beats the Pagani design loom hands down, hands down. Now I'm going to do what I like to call the what does it feel like on your wrist test. I did have to remove even more plastic because this had plastic on it as well, and I couldn't even see it. So it gets some more points for looking really nice, and that's a very beautiful brushed finish, right? So I'm going to just size this quickly and then put it on my wrist and see what this watch feels like. So I'll just take one link out under camera view just so I can see how this feels. There's the wrist check. So I just sized it. So I only had to remove one link, and then I adjusted the adjustment link on the clasp. And this is what it looks like. And you can see the date showing up nicely. And it's not really the 23rd, but I didn't change it yet. So, and again, you see the Saint Martin label in the just below the 12 o'clock position, and the minute hand sweeping nicely. And this thing just fits really well. So if I look at this around, there's the clasp on the back of the Saint Martin. It just feels very comfortable. It feels like I'm not wearing it. Even if you see the watch transitioning from the body of the watch going down the links, and I got pretty big wrists. It's a nice drop off. So, and this drop off is making this watch not feel as big as it actually is. So, and if I look up some of the data on this watch, I'm just going to scoot over and have a look. So this is model SN017-G. It's the upgraded version 3, it's called. It's got the NH35A movement in it, which is a Seiko movement. It's a 316L stainless steel. It's got a 40.5 millimeter diameter. It is actually 48 millimeters in length, 13 millimeters thick, and the bandwidth is 20 millimeters, as I've said before. It's got a sapphire crystal on it. The date window is a convex mirror. It's 2 times amplification effect, and it's got an anti-reflection coating on the sapphire, an AR coating on the sapphire. The bezel is a 120 click unidirectional chronographic bezel, ceramic top ring with 12 o'clock luminous markers. The loom is amazing on this watch. Just love the loom on it. It's got a dial color is 3D hexagon. It's got the logo on it. It's got a what have we got here? So it's got the hands are steel hands, and it's got luminous coating on the steel hands. It's got BGW-9 blue light hands and markers. That's the loom, BGW-9 loom. So it's blue light loom, and it's pretty freaking amazing, that loom. The crown is a screw down crown. It does have a small gasket in there that you can see, which is the quality of a good crown. Sometimes the gaskets are buried underneath the crown. This one has a double gasket on it. So it's got the 3D shark logo that I had a problem taking off the actual plastic, but I'll get that done later. The case back is a screw down case back. It's a brushed case back. And the strap, again, as I said, it's all stainless steel. It's all brushed bracelet. So it's nice. So the width is 20, but it tapers down to 18. At the clasp, it's got a folding clasp with a safety on it with the Saint Martin logo, as you can see. So it's got that logo there. And it's water resistant to 200 meters, and it weighs 150 grams. So this is the watch. So this watch is a gorgeous watch. You go on AliExpress, you can find this watch. It's pretty reasonably priced. It's around, you can get this for around 200 US, which is a nice price for a watch of this quality, because this is a very high quality. It's called the Saint Martin Diver Water Ghost Luxury Sapphire Crystal Men's Automatic Mechanical Watch, and it has a ceramic bezel, and it's 200 meters water resistant. So this is a gorgeous watch. Fits impeccably. It's a really nice watch. I did put on the Pagani design watch too before. This is the Pagani design watch, which is also a very nice watch. It just isn't up to the quality of this particular watch here, even though they have the same movement. This watch is just a little bit less quality, but the price is half, less than half for this watch than this. So if you don't have the budget, then pick this one up here, because it's a beauty as well. I would say that the 100 click, the 60 click bezel, it feels super good, but I don't think it's accurate to the top. If I look at that again, let me see. Maybe it was me. Yeah, when it punches back a bit, you can see that it's slightly off from center, just a bit off. Where this one is bang on. The angle is right or wrong, but this one is bang on center. So the quality in this in the design is there. So it also looks a little thinner on the side, even though the back is a bit bigger, but it fits beautifully on the wrist. So anyway, that's my unboxing and my probably not so quick review of this Saint Martin watch. I would highly recommend this. This is a very, very gorgeous watch. This is going to turn some eyeballs when I'm wearing this. People are going to look at this and go, hey, how much did that thing cost? I'm going to go and I'm going to tell them it's $50,000, okay? 50 grand. All right, I got to end this video with a really nice close-up of the watch.